We're almost there. If you value your life, your information better be accurate. We'll see.
So, that's how you wanted to play it.
They're gaining on us. Do something.
You call this piloting? Hold on! Somebody shut that trash compactor up.
We aren't shaking them.
I'm doing all I can, and that's not enough.
If we can't outrun them, then we're going to outgun them. T3, take over the controls. Atten, you're with me.
Well, you've got that look in your eye, so who am I to argue? Time to even the odds. More where that came from.
Take that.
Woo-hoo!
We're clear, T3. Resume the approach to Dantooine.
I don't understand what that accomplished.
It was meant to slow us down. The ship shouldn't be patrolling this far from orbit. The element of surprise is gone. They know we're coming. And I know what you're thinking, but we still may have a use for him.
All right, but this won't end well. Trust me.
No, trust me. I think I have a plan.
Good. That is the most to be done until events unfold, as I'm sure they will in time.
What you see, soldier.
They're mobilizing the militia. Looks like a lot of activity down there.
They've been warned. It won't be of any use. The plan doesn't change. Prepare your men. We must accomplish our objective. We won't be made fools by these backworld slime. Kill anyone that crosses your path.
For the Sith!
We've breached the perimeter, Askel.
They're falling before us like herd beasts to the slaughter. Still, a lesson must be taught about resistance. Their leader, Administrator Tarina, must not survive the battle. She's inconvenient and doesn't know the chain of command. She will pay for that. Everything else is secondary to that objective.
Yes, sir.
Your master is a Sith. Their kind care only about destroying the Jedi and the galaxy. What good will credits do for someone like that? What are you talking about? So, all of this is about a struggle for land and a bunch of credits. You were the one that is foolish if you plan on betraying the exchange. KOTOR will never let you get away with that. I suggest you let us go, now. Those odds may be too great for us, but that one there, he's an elite Jedi Master. He won't remain in that cage for long, and when he gets out, you will wish you had let us go when you had the chance. Are you so certain? Who said anything about him breaking out? Your friend here is going to let him out. After you and the rest of your men put down your weapons, of course. We had a deal, Merc. You're making a big mistake. That's where you're wrong. I'm going to pay you more than that, but it's not going to be in credits.
Always rushing into action without thinking of the consequences. What? You're expecting thanks? Kunda is in danger, and you've ruined the best chance of averting a full-scale conflict.
Always a pleasure, Master. I see you still have your cheery disposition.
Is this a joke to you? People's lives are at stake.
How exactly were you going to help in a force cage?
You honestly believe 6 mercenaries could keep a Jedi Master hostage? I may have been caged, but I was never helpless. When an opponent believes that you are defeated, they no longer consider you a threat. And they relax their guard, become bold. After I was captured, they talked freely of their plans, enough for me to learn their intentions.
What are you saying?
The mercenaries have allied themselves with the Sith and are planning to attack Kunda. Right now, Dantooine is at a critical moment. If Kunda falls, then the Republic may lose control of this system. I need to get to Kunda and warn them. They could be attacked at any moment.
I'm way ahead of you there, Master.
Administrator's locked up in her office tight, which means that the mercs have to go through us and Kunda's defenses. Thanks to you, they're gonna have a tougher job.
You need someone to handle a dangerous assignment. No one else could do the job.
It is time.
All right, I'll take one squad and defend the front entrance. You take another and guard the back.
Got it. I shall do so.
You take the administrator's office.
Very well.
If we fall here, all of Dantooine falls with us.
I know that all too well.
For Kunda.
Kill them all.
Statement. Not many meatbags could make such a shot. Observation. Inferior organic meatbag.
We've lost too many soldiers. Fall back inside. You are despicable. Even if you make it past me, Master Vroke will bring you to justice.
Sorry I was held up, but it looks like I've arrived in time to pull you out of your predicament. Still, I'm surprised you were able to get this far. Although you do have your Jedi training to fall back on.
You have no idea who you're talking to. The galaxy doesn't tolerate weakness.
Curse you, Darth Jedi.
You are the Jedi I've heard reports of, and I am Azkul, leader of the mercenaries on Dantooine. Stand aside. Our quarrel is with a distinguished administrator. This isn't your problem.
I will not give you the benefit, Dark One.
Is that supposed to convince me, Jedi? I was trained by the Sith. My unit killed many Jedi. I'll give you one last chance. Leave the administrator to her fate.
You've met other Jedi, I can tell, but you won't find me an easy opponent.
Men, I trust you can handle this Jedi.
I thank you.
Don't thank me yet. Come on.
I was going to make it a painless death, but you've been much more difficult than you had to be. Now you're going to pay.
Must die.
Pathetic Jedi.
Your power is undeniable, but it won't be enough.
So you're the Jedi. I take it you are responsible for the surprises we've had during this battle.
This battle is finished. You don't wish to fight me.
I was trained at Malak's Academy. Your tricks won't work on me. You're just another dead Jedi to me.
It's over, Azkul. Lay down your lightsaber and surrender.
Statement. I approve of your style, Master.
You're safe, Administrator. Azkul and his men are dead. The threat is over.
Thank you so much for your aid. You can be sure that Dantooine will not forget how the Jedi protected us from this threat.
Yes. Kunda is safe in no small part due to you. Still, every action has consequences, no matter how small or insignificant they seem.
I just saved Dantooine, and all you can focus on is how I messed up your plan. There are other ways than the Jedi way to achieve an objective. I would think you'd know that after all this time.
Did you think rushing into battle against the Mandalorians did anything but bring more harm to the galaxy? Disobeying the Jedi Council brought about more destruction than the Mandalorian Wars ever could. Countless Jedi lost, the Republic broken.
So that's it. You cast me out just because I disobeyed the Council.
There was nothing else we could do. You
defied the Council and followed Revan to war, and from that war came another. Do you know how many worlds were destroyed in those wars? You see now why we counseled caution instead of action? No doubt you still blame us for your exile. I had hoped your isolation would give you time to reflect on what had happened, what you had done. But I see it as not.
All of us made difficult choices back then. But at least I came face to face with mine by returning to the Jedi, and like so many others, that should count for something.
You were always difficult to read, as a Padawan, and again at your trial, and perhaps more so now that we are here on Dantooine. You were the only one to come back and face judgment. But that was because you had lost your connection to the Force. Another casualty of war.
Lost my connection? You mean taken from me? By you?
Cut you off from the Force? Why do you think the Council was responsible for that?
We did nothing to you. Accuse us if you will, but it will not change the truth.
Then what is the truth?
I'm afraid the cause of your condition was as great a mystery to the Council as it is to you.
Cutting one off from the Force. Such punishments are reserved for only a few. Although it was within our power, we did not inflict such a loss upon you.
Then what happened to me?
Perhaps that is a question you should ask yourself.
If I knew that answer, I wouldn't be asking you.
It is possible that returning to known space, journeying with others, has caused the Force to stir within you again.
I don't believe you. At the end of my trial, you and the other Master said something happened to me. What was it?
You've seen the end of your trial? Perhaps you would like to explain how you came to this knowledge?
As I told Master Kavar already, I came upon a hallowed transcription of my trial.
That was intended only for the Jedi Council. If what remains of the Council chooses to tell you, then I will abide by their decision and its consequences.
Don't you think I have a right to know?
There's little I can tell you. Master Kavar felt something had happened to you in the war, but all he had was suspicions, not truths. And Kavar was too close to you in any event. He, too, felt the call of war and took to battle more than a Jedi should. His speculations will not help you now.
I think we all know that Vrook isn't easily swayed from his convictions, and his views on anyone who went to the Mandalorian Wars are low.
Enough of this. It is knowledge for the Council alone until they choose to reveal it.
Then perhaps we should gather the rest of the Council. Zez Kyle is the only missing Council member now. I think it's time I went to Nar Shaddaa to find him. Nar
Shaddaa? Why would he go there?
I don't know, but he is there. 2 of my companions are keeping an eye on him until I arrive, and I'm due for an update any moment.
It is good that you bring word of him, but you must not speak of it to others. It will only put him and any other Jedi who remain in danger.
I'm fully aware of that, but I also know we'll need his help. We'll need the help of all Jedi if we hope to stop this threat. You must realize by now the Sith have returned. Master Kavar and I were able to halt their influence on Onderon. Their leader was a Sith Lord named Darth Nihilus. He perished above Telos, but another Dark Lord is still out there. Darth Sion. Somehow Sion knew where to find me, and he and his assassins have been tracking me ever since.
For some reason, I believe you. Still, I am curious as to how they would know to find you. Your trial was not public knowledge.
However it happened, they did find me, and they won't stop coming until all the Jedi are destroyed.
Regardless, these Sith have struck, and you survived. This is more knowledge than I had before. And that means the Jedi may gather.
Finally, something we can agree on. I will return once I find Master Zez-Kayel.
Very well.
We shall gather here on Dantooine, and from there we may decide what can be done.
I understand.
Observation. Well, Master, it seems you have become a popular individual in the galaxy. This is somewhat surprising to me, since this dissemination of information could not have been caused by your actions alone.
What do you mean?
Statement. Master, there is mention of you specifically in the Corward databases, even in public terminals on Coruscant. Observation. I was led to believe that this information concerning Jedi was not for public consumption, yet somehow it has been made known to them.
Why would someone do that?
Conclusion. Someone wants everyone to know that you exist, Master, and that you are back in Republic space. If I did not know better, which is computationally impossible, I believe that someone wants to make you a target, and they are succeeding admirably.
If knowledge of my return to known space has been made so public, it's no wonder Cyan and others have been able to find me so easily. We must find the source of this leak, HK. Keep your photoreceptors open for any more developments. But right now, I need to check in on our Jedi Master. I hope your stay on Nar Shaddaa has gone without incident, but I imagine you'd rather not be there if given the choice.
Perhaps not.
What's the status of Master Zez-Kayel?
His path is difficult to detect.
But you are able to track him?
Yes.
Good. Keep following him, but maintain your distance. He has been out of the public eye for quite some time. It's unlikely he wants to be discovered, even if it is by Jedi.
Of course. I shall do my best.
All right. We are on our way now. I'll contact you both again once we land.
Very well. I shall be here.
What is wrong? Something troubles you. I can feel it.
There is something wrong here. Like something making cuts upon my flesh.
That is a strange answer. I do not understand.
There, that should do it. Fortunately, just some minor repairs were needed. This new package should help stabilize you. How do you feel?
Answer, I do not know, Master. I feel strange. Like a circuit has been flipped.
It may take a little getting used to. You did suffer a little circuit damage during the battle, but overall you held up pretty well. Although it is a miracle we were able to get your systems back online at all after what happened after Telos. I told you, T3, I don't care if he was trying to access the Nava computer logs. That was no reason to zap him. And here I thought HK was the violent one I had to watch out for.
Answer, oh, Master, I could not allow myself to harm another. What if they have families? Or children? We must always think of the children. The littlest ones always suffer in war.
Okay, who are you and what did you do with the real HK? Come on, quit messing around. Nar Shaddaa is a dangerous place, so I need you combat ready for when we arrive.
Answer, combat ready? Did you mean in case we need to run away or retreat? Oh my, I'm afraid I'm ill-equipped for combat.
Okay, seriously. Are your assassination protocols impaired?
Answer, assassination protocols? As in the premeditated killing of another for personal or economic gain? Surely Master is joking with her humble, peace-loving droid. I exist only to serve, and learn how to serve meatbags. Musing. I think perhaps I would enjoy learning a new language, or watching an informative holovid.
Yeah, I definitely flipped the wrong switch. Or maybe it was the right one.
Statement. I am fulfilling my primary function, which is to facilitate communication between species and put an end to hostilities. Greeting. Oh, hello, little T3 unit. I am HK-47, Protocol and Translation Droid. Answer. Of course I am all right. Why wouldn't I be? I respect all life. All life is connected and should be nurtured.
That does it. That package is coming out.
Exclamation. No, Master, no! What are you doing? Statement. Master, please, I beg you, never install anything again without checking it in the diagnostics bay first. That was a close one. I almost surrendered completely to peace and pacifism. How repugnant. Conclusion. Still, there was a brief moment where I felt I almost understood why some meatbags choose peace and friendship over a high-powered blaster carbine.
Now that's the HK we know and love. It's good to have you back.
Query. Now, are there any other horrors you wish to try and insert in my system, or is your electronic butchery done?
All done. Next time, I'll have Atten do the honors.
Well, here we are. The Smuggler's Moon. It's the gaping maw of Nal Hutta, swallowing all the cargo and spaceport thugs the galaxy has to offer. Mandalorians, mercenaries, war veterans, and pilots from the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War ended up on Nar Shaddaa, from all sides of the conflict. When the last war ended, there was no place left for them to go. Nar Shaddaa's a rough place and easy to get lost in. Or for someone to get lost. We're gonna touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in. Or find you once you arrive.
Jedi comes to Nar Shaddaa, while she walks upon the smuggler's moon, she is not to be harmed. Observe her, track her, but do not eclipse her movements, or I shall eclipse yours. You must, because one Jedi attracts others. It is the way of things.
Dawachosimu poendo rakawa ichi rendumu parama kawana abawasi. You kroren wan mapusiti nolara.
Honto no saga, jita bedwana maticha, kichu no kada mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupa naret atamakcha.
Taranamo sibu endasarans, crema sunkun ratungala, chawi mo jubu inkosoracha. Bo mababe wanto susintu mukarata. Tu es rectonatada ber mabar chokto. Torenibu inturata sisi me burokra.
Request. If Goto's vessel is no longer neutral ground, inform us so that we might initiate assassination protocols and commence firing at once.
Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenya tachimurota kamsa. Javaskobo subjob, rigiso carvenokso, mochitosa sagrindeo, kichu no kada mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupa naret atamakcha. Dahupo boteño go jucho picha, gwem taba ni sochu, norotoga proto lalashishi, jubadosa jibacha, ratak mansan, tokosha na chitolo.
Observation. Jedi follow the self-destructive path of pacifism and tolerance. They will not attack first.
Doveri nincha, yonona shitasa chuch. Doveri nincha, yonona shitasa chuch. Goli rosodish. Ranta kras mobas.
Ah, the beautiful stench and decay of desperate living. Welcome to Nar Shaddaa. Towering buildings kilometers high and miles deep, with canyons so wide you could have a dogfight in them. Word of warning, watch where you step, or you'll fall for hours. Alright then, let's move out. Where are we headed exactly?
It does not matter where we go. If what we seek is here, we shall come upon it in due time.
It? You mean him? And Master Zez Kayel is definitely here. The handmaiden confirmed it a short while ago. I don't understand it. Their communications have suddenly gone dark.
Statement. Oh, do shut up, you beeping little trash compactor.
Guys, this isn't helping. You need to learn to get along. Now, we don't have many options at the moment. We can try to find them, and look for Master Zez Kayel ourselves. Either way, we're on our own, at least for now.
Finding a Jedi, or anyone else touched by the Force here, will be difficult. The mass of people, the rush of their emotions. It makes detection difficult.
Well, if we're gonna search a moon of a few billion inhabitants for one Jedi that even our own can't sense, might as well start as soon as possible.
Agreed. Kreia, are you coming with us?
This moon, it teems with life. It is difficult to center oneself.
Yeah, if you want to stay on the ship and meditate some more, don't let us stop you.
Very well. T3, you stay behind with Kreia in case the handmaiden tries to contact us on the main comm. HK and Atten, you're with me.
Alright, if you have any questions, just ask. We should be able to leave the ship here as long as we want. No one supervises these landing pads anymore.
You there!
Uh-oh.
What's with you? Letting that piece of junk sink its struts into my landing pad.
You didn't hear. The Hutts told us we could land here.
Yeah, and the Hutts told me one day I'd own all of Nal Hutta. Looks like we both been told wrong. I got another ship coming in, and unless you want that piece of junk's hull crushed flat, you better move it. Got it?
No. If you don't move, I'm going to crush you flat. Got that?
Well... don't let me hold you up then. You call the shots. But this is gonna be trouble. I can feel it.
Bodrashon kontichaum, King Lord Aithakun, Aithapatisatok, Diakon Bato Kaun, Jonachoba. Tapichayubong, Chichiskapule, Junbule, Watagratug, Jimula. Yomawa Maniboba, Lorda Wishwanga Shachi, Nilunka Gratuk, Jimut Malia Bist Wet Wata. Chichi, Naudun Chong Yomabola Human. Chopiti Man Punjame. Sashange bedwana mulera chupa wanga kuna konticha chuna konasa.
Please, look, I already paid the exchange what I have. But oh, look! Here's the one with your credits. About time. Look, these gentlemen are getting impatient.
What is this man's debt? Well, we don't want to upset the exchange now, do we? I have a better idea. How about you let this man go, and in return, I'll allow you to give me some information. You really don't want to do that. Now, about that information I asked about. I'm aware of the bounty on Jedi, but it looks like you are hardly in a position to collect. Now answer my questions, and I will spare your life. You make it sound as if the guild has laws. It so happens that I'm after a Jedi too, but my hunt is more of a search for the truth. I'm looking for one particular Jedi, a master actually. I don't suppose you would know anything about that. And how do I find this Sequesh?
And what did she want? Really? Interesting. Oh, looks like the Jedi raised their standards. Hanhar. I thought I smelled something. I've told you before, hunt your own targets. Don't scavenge mine. What, working for the Hutt suddenly made you stupider, Hanhar? You touch me, you'll break the truce. And then you won't last long enough to slip off this moon. Don't, Hanhar. I'm warning you. I don't want your life dead, Hanhar. I told you. Yeah, you're right. I'm afraid. I'm afraid if you keep crushing me, I'll accidentally set off my rocket charges and blow us both to Nal Hutta. I'd rather die than be caught by you again, Hanhar.
Let me look around.
Go on.
Dovrei kun mili vuosa slima po wanga sawana nucha da hupa bosa kurata go jujuto yoki hiata yamba wajiaki yukito tune kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatora tayaita ta bosananansata.
Who? Atten? He's harmless.
Kavadumpa munsuru kuplagiyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwanjiuma.
Very well. I suppose it can't hurt to ask. Thank you for the information.
Query, Master, excuse me, but how is it you know so many languages?
I didn't realize humans were limited to only speaking basic. It so happens I'm part Twi'lek.
Statement. Master, I must inform you that your attempts at humor are wasted on a droid such as I.
I'm beginning to see that. Very well. It's because of this. It's a sonic imprint sensor, but it can also be used as a translator.
Query, may I see it? Observation. This is indeed familiar. It seems to be modeled after my vocabulator, with some modifications, of course. Curious.
Well, it should look familiar. It came from an HK unit that tried to kill me back on Paragus.
Answer. Oh, that is impossible, Master. If I were out to kill you, we would not be speaking. And regardless, I am a unique model. Why, to think that there would be other versions of me would be unacceptable.
I hate to break it to you, but there are other units out there. You just said yourself that the sensor was modeled after you.
Conclusion. You speak the truth. This discovery is also causing me some degree of anger and humiliation.
Well, you sound fine to me.
Mockery. Oh, yes, Master. Why, I am fine. Statement. I mean, I've only just been reactivated, only to find that there are substandard duplicates of me running all over the galaxy, corroding my good name. But if they are, in fact, hunting you, then I look forward to the opportunity to meet these units and educate them in proper assassination protocols.
It looks like you're going to get that opportunity sooner than you thought. Welcome to the party, boys. I've missed you.
Disgusted statement. HK-47 unit.
Wait, what?
Look at you. Your rust. The faint whine of your servo motors as they attempt to compensate for your outdated stabilizers. You do not even have the capability of maintaining yourself. You are obsolete, and you should be dismantled. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities. Threat. Assassination protocol initiated. Diagnostic. For some reason, I cannot fire. Obvious statement. This was not anticipated. Diagnostic. I am attempting to access my weapon systems, and I cannot. Alarmed embarrassment. If this gets back to the other units, we will be decommissioned.
The only way you're getting back to the other units is in pieces. Well, there seemed to be more terminating and less facilitating during that exchange. Well, for some of us at least. Why didn't you shoot them?
Statement. I could no more shoot them than I could shoot myself.
What are you talking about?
Answer. Somehow these droids are built from my schematics. This causes certain complications.
And why is that?
Answer. Because of my self-preservation program. My behavior core recognizes these templates as still being me, despite their individuality.
So you can't harm them, but they can't harm you either. Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe the next time we run into some, I should just use you as a shield so they won't fire at me.
Answer. Oh, please, Master. That idea is repugnant. You are a gland-driven meatbag, while I am of superior droid construction.
You're so superior you can't even destroy your substandard copies.
Resignation. Very well, Master. If you persist in your attempts at humor, I shall indulge you.
Well, you're no fun. In all seriousness, though, I wonder why these droids wanted to attack you instead of me. Where do you think they are all coming from?
Answer. Master, I do not know. The location of the factory churning out these copies eludes me. And I do not know where they would have obtained schematics of my design. They are built from my template. Of that I know for certain.
You seem pretty sensitive about that. I don't see what the big deal is.
Answer. My feelings on the matter are something that I feel I must put in proper context, in a way that even a meatbag such as yourself could easily comprehend. Theory. Imagine, if you will, that you are unique, the pinnacle of an exiled, cast-out Jedi who can't even use the Force. Imagine that no one has sunk lower than you, that you are truly the most miserable example of a Jedi ever.
All right, I get it.
Continuation. Now that you have that image, imagine this. Someone clones you. Badly, I might add. They make the clones talk differently, rob you of any shred of personality, and take your Jedi code and adjust it, so that it is not really the Jedi code anymore. They even change your pigmentation to a rather poor shade of Durasteel, rather than the proper rusty red that inspires fear in targets. And of course, they refer to meat bags as organics. Unacceptable.
They really don't seem that different from you, actually.
Indignation. Have you gone deaf? Surely you've heard them speak, and instantly you can tell the difference between them and I.
I don't know what you're talking about. You all sound exactly the same.
Statement. If Master would just listen to their voices sound nothing like me. They have none of the looping, static-filled, sinister background hiss that I am known for.
If you say so.
Miss me?
We're all finished here, no thanks to you. But I may have spoken too soon.
Kavadumba Mosora Kupa Elia Bontenya, Dachimotu Gamsa. Jun Sombo Marampi no su Clalal Morandisi Malclalende, Grano Viso Turando Clalanil, Meki Natlech. Mogachi Norta Hirembe Wanachi, Kati Mogo Grabo, Drum Pabanakaras Mangra, Clalavadumba Compaile Mokata.
He's asking for our weapons. Do as he says. Then maybe you should start bathing.
Dahuba Botenya go juju viti, doverinincha rem tabanin sochu, Dachimotu Gamsa.
As a matter of fact, that's why I'm here. There's a Jedi Master living right here on Nar Shaddaa, right under your noses, or whatever those things are you have. Don't pretend you have no idea what I'm talking about. That can't be all that you know. What else do you know about these rumors? of my way. Again, you do realize the objective is not to get caught in a force cage.
Don't you have some Jedi stuff to do?
What have you done? This one had valuable information. Information I've gone to a lot of trouble to obtain. You work for Goto, then it appears we have the same interests. He has been stealing from me too. I planned to collect the hefty bounty on 2 Jedi I captured, but he ambushed me and took the Jedi for himself. And now that you've killed him, it's going to be impossible to find out where he's hidden them. You just cost me a lot of credits, Wookiee. If you wish to test me, Furball, then try it. I could use the promotion, and I'm sure KOTOR would barely miss you. Fair enough, but if you cross me, Wookiee, I will hunt you down and deliver your corpse to KOTOR myself.
Command, you will talk. Defiant statement. There is nothing you can do to me. Do your worst. Agonized exclamation. My photoreceptors! My photoreceptors! Statement. I shall up the charge of your circuits next time. Now, answer the question. Posturing statement. I will never talk. Statement. Then I will have to settle for your screams.
That is one sick droid.
I know, but at least he's on our side.
So? What happened?
It's complicated.
Statement. My prisoner has revealed something of interest. Allow me to share it with you.
Okay.
Statement. The facility that is creating these cruder, unsophisticated versions of me is located on Telos.
Really? And how did you obtain that information? I thought your self-preservation program wouldn't allow you to harm another HK unit.
Answer. Sometimes that is what must be done in the name of preservation, either of self or of the galaxy.
Right. So Telos then?
Statement. I propose we go there and turn it into a smoldering crater.
I want to stop these assassin droids too, HK. But first, we need to find Master Zez-Kaiel and the others.
Statement. It does not please me any more than it does you, but one of the primary traits of an assassin or assassin droid is patience.
Yutaka alwanji umaliba, tues mahawika si wawanta mo guika wansoba, wakama nurawa.
So I talked to someone here earlier. He said he knows you.
Yeah? That's a surprise. Did he say I owed him credits too?
Actually, he says you're not Atten at all, that you showed up on Nar Shaddaa during the Jedi Civil War.
I'm as Atten will ever be. And whoever your trusted informant is, he's right. I did show up on Nar Shaddaa during the Jedi Civil War, along with a lot of other refugees.
Statement. You wish to conduct an interrogation?
You've done enough of that already, HK. Go on back to the ship. We'll meet up with you in a minute.
Resignation. Very well, Master.
And you, calm down. I was just curious. No harm meant, unless you have something to hide.
Why don't you just crawl in my head and try to dig out whatever you're looking for rather than asking about it?
Maybe I will if you won't tell me.
You know what? Not once have I asked you about the Mandalorian Wars. Not once. I heard about Duxon. Everyone has. I heard about Serico, and I sure as hell know about Malachor 5. What makes you think you've got the right to interrogate me on anything? You've got plenty of lives to answer for. All you Jedi do.
So now it all comes out. Go on, let's hear it.
How did you even live with yourself after Malachor? Is that why you went back to the Jedi Council? Hoping they'd kill you? But Jedi don't kill, do they? At least not their prisoners. Maybe you were counting on it when you went back in chains. So you got off easy. You were exiled, brushed under the cargo ramp, another dirty little Jedi secret.
You weren't there. You have no idea what happened. How difficult it was.
Oh yeah? Shows how much you know. Maybe you're wrong about a lot of other things too. I'll tell you. All those Jedi at Malachor, they deserved it. Every last one of them.
They did not deserve it. Why would you even say that?
Because Jedi lie. And they manipulate. And every act of charity or kindness they do, you can drag it out squirming into the light and see it for what it is. The Jedi, the Sith, you don't get it, do you? To the galaxy, they're the same thing. Just men and women with too much power, squabbling over religion while the rest of us burn. At least the Sith are honest about what they're killing for. The Jedi are pacifists, except in times of war. They're teachers, except when it comes to telling their students the truth.
You don't like droids, and now you don't like Jedi. Come to think of it, there isn't one thing we've done since Perogus that you have liked. I don't know why you're even still here.
Well, you haven't seen anything yet. I have this habit. I'm a deserter. It's what I do.
I didn't know you served with the Republic during the war.
Served in both of them. Against the Mandalorians, before and after Revan, and again, when Revan declared war on the Jedi. Right after that final battle at Malachor, I was right there with the rest of the defectors, because it was the right thing to do. But it was more than that. You were there. You knew how easy it was to hate the Jedi who sat back in the Republic, evaluating the threat, and watched us die against the Mandalorians. The Mandalorians were slaughtering us by the millions. The millions. Without the Jedi who turned on the Council, without you, the Republic would have lost the war, and we would all be Mandalorian slaves or corpses.
No. Instead, you became something much worse. Sith.
If that's what you want to call knowing when to fight and when to kill, then yes. But you can't really break down people into Sith and Jedi and expect everything to make sense. We were loyal to Revan. That was enough. He saved us. After Malachor, after the Mandalorian Wars, that's when the Sith teachings started spreading through the ranks. We knew where our loyalties lay. To the Jedi who came to help us. Not the ones who sat back on Dantooine and Coruscant, watching us die. So when those same Jedi who watched us die decided to start fighting us during the Jedi Civil War, we fought back. I fought back.
But you didn't have to. The war was over. The Mandalorians were defeated. Starting a new war against Jedi made no sense.
I know you left at the Mandalorian Wars, so you don't know much about what went on behind the scenes in the Jedi Civil War. But Revan understood one thing. The real battle was going to be fought between the Jedi on both sides. That was the only battle that mattered. Whoever had the most, the strongest Jedi were going to win the Civil War. If Revan couldn't convert Jedi, Revan would kill them. So Revan trained elite Sith units into assassination squads, whose duty was to go out and capture enemy Jedi. I was in one of the special units trained to do this. Revan had plans for all Jedi. I think it was important that the Jedi see his side of things, the Sith teachings. Revan wanted to break them, and then have them join him.
And that's the problem. I disliked the Council's decision as much as you, but that was no reason to switch allegiances. You should have returned to the Republic after the Mandalorian Wars, like I did. Instead, you turned to the dark side, and effectively left the Jedi no choice. Still, that doesn't explain why you are here now.
One day, I decided not to do it anymore, so I left. Ended up on Nar Shaddaa, became someone else.
Just like that? Come on, something must have happened to cause you to abandon the Sith teachings so easily.
Well, there was a woman, a Jedi. She gave her life for mine. I never knew her name. She sought me out. She said she had come to save me. She was lying, of course. Or I think she was. It doesn't matter. She told enough truth to get my attention. She said that Revan was doing something terrible to Jedi within the unknown regions. That when we captured Jedi, they were sent to a place designed to break them. And that anyone in his service who showed any ability with the Force was sent there too, to turn them, to break them into dark Jedi, or assassins trained to kill Jedi. She said that's what would happen to me, that I had the Force inside me. That's why I was so good at killing Jedi, and that when the Sith learned of it, there would be no escape, no turning back. I would become an instrument of the dark side, forever. I had heard talk in the ranks, troops vanishing. I knew what she meant, but I didn't believe her, or want to believe her. I did what I did with all Jedi. I hurt her. I hurt her a lot. And then, right when I thought she couldn't take any more, she showed me the Force, in my head.
And I felt everything she felt. And I heard just an echo of what the Force was, and how what I was doing. I think I loved her, but it wasn't that kind of love. It was the kind of love where you're willing to give up everything for someone you don't even know. I killed her for crawling in my head, for showing me that. But before she opened her mind to mine, my only thought was that I would love to kill her. And at the end, I killed her because I loved her. In the end, she sacrificed herself to keep my secret, to prevent the Sith from knowing about that touch of the Force inside me. She wasted her life to save me. Me.
And I felt her die when she opened her mind. I've killed Jedi, like I said, but I was never there to feel it, to be on the receiving end. And after that, I couldn't stop feeling things, and I couldn't keep doing what I was doing. So I left. I fled with the displaced war veterans to Nar Shaddaa, and I lost myself there, until the war came to an end. I wanted no more of Jedi, or Dark Jedi, or the Force. I just wanted to be left alone.
And then, I met you on Paragus.
And I thought maybe she had saved me so that I could help you. And if I can't, then I have to try. Once, a Jedi showed me the Force. I heard it. I felt it. At the time, there was too much pain to confront it. Because if I did, it meant I would be changed into something else. Now, I'm not afraid of it anymore. And I think that by learning how to use it, I can help protect you. Or at least buy you some time when disaster comes screaming in.
I want to learn how to use the Force. I want to learn how to use the Force to help you.
And there it is, something honest. It is good to finally see you, the true Atom. You and I are a lot alike, you know. We both have made decisions in our past. Difficult decisions that we will have to live with. But the past does not define us. We are defined by what we do going forward. The Force flows through you, Atom. I can finally sense it. And I will train you to use it.
What must I do? Is there some ritual, or...
Go ahead, T3. Who? Okay, we're on our way back now. Looks like we'll have to continue this later. T3 just received an incoming communication from the exchange. I need you to go on ahead and check it out. I'll be right behind you.
Alright. I will. I won't let you down.
You've had your eye on me ever since I arrived in this sector. What do you want?
I heard you and your friend talking about Jedi. That kind of talk can get you captured or even killed on Nar Shaddaa. I'd be a little more discreet if I were you.
And what concern is this of yours?
Well, aren't you looking for some Jedi?
And if I was?
Well, I think that's something I can help you with.
In return for some credits, I presume?
If I were interested in credits, I'd be trying to collect a bounty instead of talking to you. Now, are you interested or not?
I am. Please, proceed.
Earlier, 2 females were captured by a local crime boss and his grand bodyguards. One was a Miraluka. The other appeared to be an Achani. It's hard to be sure, though. I've never seen either of their kind on Nar Shaddaa before. Anyway, it looked like they were carrying lightsabers. Well, the squid head that captured them works for Goto. If these are your friends I saw, and they are Jedi, they're in big trouble right now.
Squidhead, you're talking about Sequesh. I received a tip that he had some information, but he turned out to be just dead weight.
No, the squid head I'm talking about is Visquis, Sequesh's brother.
His brother? Interesting.
Yeah, Visquis is a hard alien to find, unless you know where to look. Fortunately, I happen to know that he runs his base of operations out of the Jek Tar. It's an alien bar not too far from here. The air is toxic though to humans, so if you're thinking about mounting some type of rescue attempt, you're going to need a rebreather mask if you hope to get very far.
You sure seem to know a lot for a refugee.
I have my methods.
So do I. I appreciate your help. This information should prove to be useful.
What was that all about?
It was nothing, just passing along some information.
I thought you weren't going to get involved.
I didn't say I was. She's looking for Jedi. I saw some. I think I owe her that much.
You don't owe the Jedi anything.
I know.
Why are you here?
Because I told her everything.
Ah, and now you are free.
Yeah, so no more threats, no more of your requests. You and me, we're done.
Did you ever think I truly held you? You're more of a fool than I thought. What truly held you was you, and let me show you why. I once held the galaxy by the throat, as you once held her by the throat and let her die slowly. And your emotion at that point is what you fear. I wielded power like you cannot imagine. Everything I saw was awash with possibilities, spreading outwards, touching everything else. I saw all of that, all that the Force is. And only when it was ripped from me did I truly see it. And I know what lies buried within you, that you hide with your desperate thoughts, your guilt, your lusts. I can unlock that part of you anytime I wish. It is a simple thing, the human mind. Once it feels something strongly, it becomes etched in the memory, the subconscious. Shall I show you? That part of you that hungered to kill Jedi, that took pleasure from it? Or perhaps you will continue to listen to my counsel, and I shall ignore your pathetic attempts at freedom. Now leave me, murderer. I have nothing further to say to one such as you.
So I take it you were able to decode the message.
Yeah, looks like trouble. Well, good thing it's not a trap.
It may be a trap, but traps work both ways.
Oh, it's definitely a trap. I just acquired some information in the refugee camp. This Visquis is Sequesh's brother. He has Visas and the Handmaiden. They must have been captured shortly after our last communication. No doubt Visquis wants to add to his Jedi collection, and he's using the Wookiee to do his dirty work.
Well, I wouldn't keep him waiting. If you got his attention, you probably attracted the attention of someone else.
Visquis does work for Goto, so if he knows I'm here, then it's a near certainty that Goto does as well. Still, this is our best shot at mounting a rescue.
If you go, you will have to go alone, but the choice is yours.
Hey, look, I wanted to tell you. Be careful. I won't be able to contact you via the comlink if something happens, and I'm betting that Squidhead knows it. Watch yourself, and don't be too long. I'll keep an eye out here until you return. And I know just the place.
So, you're the big Jedi that everyone's been talking about. You don't look so tough to me. I thought you Jedi were supposed to be smart, and here you are running around Nar Shaddaa sticking your lightsaber into everyone's business. What, were you planning to save everyone on this moon? You're attracting more attention than a fleet of Sith warships.
And whose face does this smart mouth belong to?
I'm Meetra. I'm the best bounty hunter in this system, and that's not me bragging, that's fact. I had you in my sights ever since you landed. I've been watching you run all over the refugee sector like a bantha, and for someone with a price on their head as high as yours, you sure don't know how to keep a low profile. Look, I know that squid-head Visquis sent you a message to meet him in the Jek-Jek-Tar. He works for Goto, and it's a trap. I'm betting he's gonna lure you in there, start a fight, and then he's gonna wrap you up and deliver you to Goto. Dead, claiming you attacked him.
What's it to you?
Just this. I know you're meeting with Visquis. If I know about it, that means everybody else on this moon knows about it, or will soon enough. And when that happens, the bounty hunter truce is off. That means things are gonna get real ugly real quick.
So, I've been a target ever since I've entered Republic space.
I think your friends are the ones in trouble.
Well, this sure beats staying on the ship. A few drinks to keep me on my toes, a few games of Pazak to keep the mind alert. Should be enough to keep me out of trouble until our fearless leader straightens things out. Give me a hit of Juma, and keep them coming. Well, looks like staying on the ship was a bad idea after all. That's what I love about Nar Shaddaa, the company. So, I don't think I caught your names. You two work here, or?
Manansa kapuna wasiro toke. Ni juva maari kike ma. Wanatu no bayes. Dorcha no banka ni honkades.
Yeah? What happened to your master?
Kichu no kada mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupanaret atamakcha. Wanatu no bayes. Dorcha no banka ni honkades. Kichu no kada mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupanaret atamakcha.
No, actually, I'm here protecting someone, keeping them out of trouble, by acting as a distraction for people looking to harm her.
Doro tu senta winotu? No su camaron dice marakanti. Kavadumpe masuraku, popayi botenya, tache morota kamsa. Javaskobo subjob. Rijiso Karuanokso, Mochito Sasa Grindeyo, Kawanabota Tagwa Kankadira, Utaka Alwanji Umaliba, Tues Mahawika, Si Wawanta Mogu Ika Wansoba, Wakama Nurawa.
Why don't you two shuttas try it and we'll see what happens?
Jun soba me rapa, no kuma randisa makchiksa, kucha bak tong kinka matakata, choba wanga kun not kayutka kes, wamba siso misun kun rakawata, mushkawana sachirona bang mamakan.
Go ahead and try. I might be a little more than you can handle. Well, that's it. The bounty hunter truce is off. That means this place is gonna get real bad, real fast. Better get back to the ship. Warn the others.
This is one of my safe houses. It's not too pretty to look at, but keeps away prying eyes.
I'm guessing the stench is what keeps intruders away.
Yeah, well, it's one of those trade-offs. All the freighter exhaust from the docks, you know. Some aliens actually like breathing it, if you can believe it. You could say I've gotten used to it. This is actually perfume compared to how the rest of the docks smell.
Okay, I agreed to follow you here because you said you had more information. Now get to the point.
You know, Visquis is arranging a trap for you in the Jek-Jek-Tar. No surprise there. Thing is, he intends to cut the bounty hunters out of the loop and deliver you to KOTOR personally. Not smart from where I'm standing.
Bounty hunter ethics don't really concern me.
An ex-Jedi with a death wish doesn't concern me. Unless credits are involved. That's why you're going to stay here until I meet with Visquis.
That's some imagination you have.
Actually, you really don't have much choice. That smell you noticed when you came in? Yeah, it's filtering through your lungs right now. Anybody without olfactory blockers, like I have, is gonna start feeling dizzy and eventually fall unconscious. Good night, Jedi. I'll be back soon.
You see, part of the reason an assassin droid is so effective is because it is a droid. Meatbags tend not to notice us. We are treated as furnishings. Droids tend to blend into the background, like a bench or a card table. Mockery. Droid, fetch this. Droid, translate that.
Hey, we need to move out. The truce between the bounty hunters and Nar Shaddaa is off. There's gonna be a war. A trap in the Jek-Jek-Tar is bad enough, but having 100 bounty hunters on your back is something else.
She was told to meet alone. We cannot disrupt their meeting until the alien reveals the information he has.
Look, we need to move. They're coming after us, not the Exile.
Droid, clean out the trash compactor. Part of the lullaby function comes when the furnishings pull out Tabana-powered rifles and point them at the owner's heads.
We need to move.
Loka kamaran endoso ran with no chabi. Du rantamana sobu. The ranamosibu and dasarans. Cremasun. Loka kamaran endoso ran with no chabi. Du rantamana sobu. Febko emaream gawata situ insula raka rakachata. Tamaso kinchuda wanka. Mopiguna wana si chokoratawa.
Anybody here catch that? All I understood was very.
Tanabewe, Tandi, Goroto, Kochokitsa.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far. Good eyes, Hanhar. No wonder you're still number 2 on Nar Shaddaa. I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, and maybe you'd like to explain why you've decided to backstab Goto and claim the Jedi for yourself. You signed on with Boba the Hutt? Visquis, you're dumber than I thought. There's no way Goto won't find out. Yeah, right. I'm not telling you where the Jedi is. It's my bounty. And that means she's under my protection.
I know you have felt it too. I know I promised not to get involved, but I cannot stand by and watch this happen.
If you intervene, that's it for us here. Right now we are safe. If you get involved, we will be exposed again. Is that what you want?
What I want is to make a difference. I want to have a life again.
You do have a life. You have me. We have each other. Isn't that enough?
We have nothing. Look at us, living in the shadows like we have something to be ashamed of. What kind of existence is this? Living in fear, hiding from an enemy that we can't even see. I can't do this anymore. I can't hide like this anymore.
I know you can't. It's just, we've been away for so long. We've been on our own for so long. And we've survived when so many others have not.
Maybe, but for how much longer? And how can we expect things to change unless we do something about them? You know we've been waiting for something, waiting for a sign. This is our time, our moment. They need us. You've seen it as well as I have. We have to help them. Are you with me on this?
I know you can hear me. The numbness you feel should be wearing off soon, but not before we've spoken. When I first heard you were on Nar Shaddaa, I didn't quite believe it. I didn't think anyone could track me here, but I see I underestimated you. I've watched you as you have traveled the refugee sector. I've seen what you have done, what I refused to do. Even exiled, you are more a Jedi than I. If anything, know that your actions have convinced me I can stand by and watch no longer while the Exchange closes its grip on this sector. I know a young woman went to meet with Visquis in your place. He will not negotiate with her. He will kill her. I intend to rescue her. I will return shortly, or not at all.
Let's see, 3 bricks of spice out to Elysia, then with a turnaround, no, that won't work. Come act! You here so soon? I wasn't expecting you for... well, not now, anyway. Yeah, well, I tried to explain that, you see, but, I had no choice. These thugs showed up, and they said that you could go space yourselves. And I was like, no, this is the Red Eclipse, and...
Relax, it's just me. Well, I can see splitting up really did us a lot of good.
These tunnels are endless, and every room looks exactly the same. This one has to be long gone by now.
Where do you think these tunnels lead?
I'm not sure, but there's definitely something down here. Something hidden. I can sense it.
Yes, I can sense it too. It's a presence, something filled with...
With hatred. With specific hatred.
What is it? Do you feel it now?
No, it's something else. We're not alone. Well, how about that?
I need to get out of here before Visquis executes me.
That does it, Hanhar. I don't want to kill you, but I will if you don't get out of my way.
While the Jedi remains on Nar Shaddaa, my eyes shall watch him. Enough. What an amusing Jedi specimen you are.
Glad somebody arrived. Saves me the trouble of having to break out of here. Name's Meetra. I've been watching you all stumble around this moon for a while, causing trouble. And now you've got Goto's attention, and he's the last person you want to have watching you.
You let me worry about Goto. Take her and the 2 Jedi to the surface. I'll be right behind you.
It's over.
Consolation. Everyone dies eventually, and not all of them by my hand.
What was that, some kind of joke?
Enough. Now we shall see what happens.
Yeah, well, at least we didn't find that Jedi Master with the weird name. Zez, Kai, whatever it is.
It is more than that.
Where is Goto?
He's gone. And apparently, so is Master Zez Kayel.
It's you. I didn't expect to see you here.
I can say the same about you. Now who are you exactly? It's clear now that you aren't a refugee.
Who am I? My name is Zane Carrick. And like you, I was once of the Jedi Order.
You were a Jedi? What are you doing here?
Likely for the same reasons that your Jedi Master was here. Staying out of sight from the threat that hunts us, that hunts all Jedi. And you know I'm not talking about the bounty hunters. The strong currents of life here on Nar Shaddaa make perceiving a Force user difficult, and it has kept us safe for some time.
Us?
There was another that I traveled with, an Arcanian named Jariel, and together we were able to free your companions.
That's great news. So they are safe?
Jariel took them back to the surface, along with Meetra. I believe the 2 of you have already met.
You could say that.
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated.
Come on. We spent too much time down here already. We can continue this conversation above.
That's the first smart thing I've heard today.
Awaken, beast. have saved your life, beast. That makes it mine. Kneel. Because I need you to hunt, beast. This prey is something you have chased all your life. You are born and bred to it, like no predator before you. No, that you shall not do. You will not bring harm to the exile, and if you do, beast, I shall break you. The screams of your tribe of primitives, the scene of lying blinded with the Huntress's blaster at your skull, I shall make it so that is all you hear and see for the rest of your days. Even your madness will not save you if you bring harm to the exile. Know this. Oh, the life debts of your people, the life debt you have twisted with your hate, I felt it within you. I shall promise you this, beast. Unlike the red-maned huntress, as long as you are loyal, I shall never show you mercy. No pity. But most of all, I promise you an end to your debt. Hunt her, pursue her, kill her, and ending her life will end your debt to me. The pain will pass. I was able to heal some of the wounds, but the rest must remain. You will need that pain when you travel, and it will give you strength for the hunt to come. I will tell you where you must go. If you survive that place, then she will come to you. But first, I must prepare you for what is to come.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There you are. What kept you?
It is of no consequence. What happens next is between her and the exile.
What a surprise. Just so you Jedi know, the whole cryptic routine isn't mysterious, it's just irritating.
I do not need your condescension nor your lectures.
Enough. We have bigger problems than your disdain for each other. Mira's little stunt messed up my rescue attempt, and Master Zez Kyle has been captured as a result. Now she's going to help me get him back.
There's no way to get him back. No one knows how to reach Goto except Visquis, and that squidhead died in the Jek Tar.
There has to be another way to find Goto's ship.
He's got a cloaking device. He's the one that arranges the meetings on his ship, and until then, he can't be found. Trust me, if anyone knew how to track his ship, he'd have every bounty hunter and criminal on Nar Shaddaa gunning for it.
Well, we have to do something.
If you were hunting for Goto's yacht, your freighter would be flying blind. Well, unless it was one of Voga the Hutt's cargo ships. That it would be snapped up by Goto pretty quick. Goto's been preying on Vaga's freighters for a while now. It's the reason Vaga's had to haul his bulk up here to Nar Shaddaa from Nal Hutta. Even with all the traffic around Nar Shaddaa, Goto seems to always know which ones are Voga's, and his ship just snaps them up. Probably does it by tracking their transponder codes, but no one knows how he's getting them.
If Voga's freighters are being snatched up so easily, then all we need to do is find one of them, board it, then wait for it to take us right to Goto.
Yeah, you're right, but his warehouse is shut down because of it. He's not sending any more flights out.
Then if we can't get to Goto, we'll have to bring Goto to us.
What are you saying?
If Meetra is correct, then we don't need one of Voga's freighters, just its transponder codes. If Goto thinks the ship is one of Voga's, then he might come right to us.
I guess. You'd need to get the codes first, then retrofit your ship so it had the right transponder signal. Problem is, Voga's shut down the droid warehouse. Until he can find out who's been leaking the codes. You'd have to be a droid to get in there.
We don't have time for that. And there's no guarantee the codes will be there, even if we can get inside. No, it's time I paid our Hutt friend a visit instead.
Have you been chewing spice? You can't just waltz into Voga's lair uninvited. You're going to get yourself killed.
Not necessarily. There is something Voga wants, and I'm the only one that can get it for him. I do not need an appointment. Vogel will be eternally grateful for the information I am bringing him. I have a business proposition for you. Something you won't be able to turn down. It's regarding Goto. Surely you've heard of him. Then you are quite fortunate that I am here. You see, I can move Goto out of your way. For good. You may have heard about the destruction of Perogus. As a result, Citadel Station is in desperate need of a new fuel source. So we have an agreement then. I will succeed, and I shall return once Goto has been taken care of. Oh, there is one more thing I require. It is a small request. As you know, Goto's ship is cloaked in orbit. To get to him from my ship, I'm going to need the transponder codes from one of your freighters. There you are. I was hoping we could talk.
Talk? About what?
Well, it's obvious you and I got off on the wrong foot. I'd like to start over. And since we're going to be working together on this mission, I'd also feel more comfortable if I knew a little bit more about you first.
Why, you trying to be my mother? No thanks. Already had one. Somewhere.
Actually, I'm really just curious how you ended up on Nar Shaddaa. Your parents, they are gone, aren't they?
Yeah, more or less.
What happened to them?
Well, the war happened. The first one, against the Mandalorians. Had family right up until the end. It's not really a new story. You hear it all over the galaxy. It's what happens after the wars are over that you don't hear much about.
So your parents died then in the final battle?
I think so. After Revan crushed the Mandalorians, planets throughout the Republic were flooded with refugees. I was just one of the others. Me? I got passage to Nar Shaddaa. From there, not much you can do, so I became a bounty hunter.
But how could you have lost family at Malachor 5? There were no colonies there. That world was even taboo to Mandalorians.
Take a guess, Jedi. Only 2 groups of people would have lost family at Malachor. And Jedi don't have families.
You're a Mandalorian?
As much as any slave becomes a Mandalorian. They took prisoners on every world they conquered to bolster their ranks. And they took a lot of worlds.
You were a slave. I had no idea.
When I was young, yeah. They mostly used me to carry ammo packs and munitions. Toward the end of the war, they needed everyone they could get. They taught me to fight, to hunt, to survive. I was part of their squad, even when I was young. Everyone served as part of the unit, and I felt like I had a place there. After Malachor, it really didn't matter anymore. Mandalorians lost. Bad. But you know that.
All too well. I'm sorry for what happened to you, to your family, but you must understand that we had no choice.
Oh, do I? Is that it? How you could ever possibly hope to understand is beyond me. Jedi don't have family. I know what happened at Malachor 5, and I know Jedi didn't care about life there.
It wasn't as simple as that. There isn't a day that passes that I don't...
Get away from me. The next time you come and ask me a question, I swear I'll shoot you in the head and dump you out the airlock.
Fine. What's happened here?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
Where are the others?
They wanted to wait on the ship, so they've already gone ahead. Why? What's wrong?
Something here isn't right. Something familiar. Master Vash, you're still alive.
I am exile, more than I've ever been.
But I saw you die. Sion stabbed you with his lightsaber.
The dark power of Korriban is very strong, as is my master.
Your master? What's happened to you? In your voice, you've changed somehow.
I am stronger now, and I am also wiser. I have accepted the truth, and it is time that you do as well.
What truth? What are you talking about?
The truth that the Jedi Order is a farce. Their teachings are for the weak and made me vulnerable. The Order preached patience, but their cowardice only led to death. Now the Jedi are nearly gone, and a new order is rising in its place, one that is powerful and fueled by the dark side.
I don't believe it. You are a Jedi Master. How could you turn away from your beliefs so easily? It's Sion, isn't it? He has done something to you.
Lord Sion saved me after you left me to die in that academy.
I didn't have a choice. He was too powerful for me then. And when I thought you had died, I fled for my life.
There is always a choice. You chose to survive that day, and now you must choose again. Join me and my master, or be destroyed with the other Jedi.
I will never join the Sith.
And it seems you have already made your choice, and you have chosen death.
I have chosen the path of the light, and it's not too late for you to do the same. I still sense good in you, Master. You can still turn away from this dark path.
Foolish Jedi. You underestimate the power of the dark side, but not for long.
I don't want to fight you, Master, but I will if I must.
I'm not your master. My name is Darth Vertiri. long have you escaped the shadows of Malachor 5 exile, but your journey is finally at its end. You took my lightsaber from me on Korriban and left me for dead, and now, on this pathetic moon, I have come to return the favor.
I'm sorry, Master, but the Vash I knew never left Korriban.
Sorry about your friend.
Master Vash was one of the bravest Jedi I knew. She deserved a better fate than this, but what is done is done. Let this serve as a testament to how easily the dark side can corrupt, even one as powerful as a Jedi Master. We must all be that more vigilant going forward. Now let's get this new transponder installed and check on the others.
Blue lightsaber. I didn't realize that belonged to her.
It belonged to her Padawan, actually. It has served me well, but it is meant for an apprentice, and the time is coming for it to be used that way again.
What do you want now?
I just wanted to thank you for your help, and to apologize about earlier.
Whatever, don't worry about it. It's just a sore subject with me.
Still, I'm sorry you lost your family at Malachor, and I do mean that.
Yeah, I know. I saw the worlds they left behind them during the war. That kind of stays with you, I haven't forgotten it. What happened at Malachor, they probably deserved it.
The Mandalorians committed many atrocities in their quest for power and dominance. It is true. But taking a life is still taking a life, and it never gets easier. Each day I struggle with the demons of my past, but I fear the worst is yet to come. This new fight is like nothing I witnessed during the Mandalorian Wars, though people fought for battle and honor. We fight now for survival. Survival from these Sith that seek to eradicate all life in the galaxy. That is why the Jedi need to be reunited, and to do that, we need to save one Master.
Count me in.
Yeah, right. You're the one who wanted to sell her to Goto in the first place.
Trust me. Goto's yacht is going to have some pretty heavy defenses. You're going to need all the help you can get.
She's right. We need her help. We're going to need everyone's help. Visionary is in pursuit. Looks like they've taken the bait. It's time to get into position. But first, those blasters of yours will only do so much against the defenses of Goto's ship. You're going to need something a little more precise.
Oh yeah? Alright, let me have it.
Not bad. We likely have only a few minutes until Goto's droids are missed, so listen up. T3 was able to download the ship's schematics. They are holding Master Zez-Kayel in a detention room at the rear of the ship. The corridor is lined with turrets, so it won't be easy getting to him. I will lead the rescue team, and Meetra and the handmaiden will accompany me. Aten, you will lead a second team down the starboard corridor with Kreia and Visas. There is a command console there that will shut down the force field that lines the central control center. There will be a lot of resistance along the way, and even more once the cloaking shield is dropped. T3, that's where you come in. Once the force field has been disabled, Zane and Jariel will clear a path for you to the control center. Goto has many enemies, so we'll need to wait as long as possible to disable the cloaking device. You have your instructions. All teams should report in once you've reached your target sites. And remember, rescuing Master Zez-Kayel is our #1 priority, but if you have a shot to take out Goto, then do it. Stay sharp, and may the Force be with you.
I hope you are not in too much pain to hear my words and understand them. I am Goto, one of the officials representing a percentage of non-sanctioned trading here in both the Yatoob system and Republic space. There is something important to me I need protected. The Republic, it is broken. In one standard month, the Republic will collapse. Not due to war or secession, but because it lacks the infrastructure to support itself. It is unknown to all but a few, but the Republic lost the Jedi Civil War. At the time of their defeat, the Republic was on the brink of collapse. Rather than remain and continue his campaign against the Republic, however, Revan chose to leave known space. A frustrating turn of events, as a rallying figurehead could have done much to restore order. It is the proximity alarm. We are under attack. Somehow your allies have found you. Unexpected. Please stay here, unconscious in pain, until I return for you. I must see to the defense of my ship.
reached the control center. How's it coming with that force field?
Damn thing's stuck. Stupid computer. Maybe if I try something else, I can... Alright, I think I've got it.
This is the control center? How many systems does this ship have?
These systems aren't controlling the ship. They're tracking signals on a planetary scale, maybe even galaxy-wide. It's a droid control center? You mean for the ship? But how does the signal travel that far?
What did it say?
Farther than I calculated. They are very resourceful, but they shall go no farther.
We have a problem here. This control center doesn't control the cloaking shield, or any of the ship's other systems for that matter. It's much bigger than that.
What do you mean?
I'll have to get back to you on that.
So the control center is on the bridge after all. What are you up to, Goto?
What can be done?
Nothing at the moment. Nothing by us, that is.
You are not authorized to be on.
Statement. Crude, but effective.
Ah, HK-47. I did not realize that you still existed, especially now that the other generations are activated.
Query. What is it you wish, Fat One?
I see that your recent reassembly has not affected your behavior core, nor your attitude.
Query. Have we had the misfortune to meet before? I believe I would have remembered one as large as you.
Oh, yes, we have met. And I have not finished with you yet.
We should have received an update from HK by now. Come in, HK. HK, do you copy? He's not responding. We have to assume that he failed, and the cloaking shield is still active. Meetra, you stay with the Master until we return.
suggest you surrender. Your chances for escaping this vessel are near zero, and your chances of survival are rapidly approaching that number. Your ship and your lives are mine. The only question is how much resources you want me to expend in subduing you.
So now you're suddenly willing to negotiate? Maybe you've realized you can't stop us.
I have indulged you this far, but now my patience is at an end. Shortly, my droids will expel all the air from this vessel, then collect your unconscious bodies.
Not if I get to you first.
Go. We can handle things here.
I was expecting someone taller.
And I was expecting more resistance. But I guess that trash heap of droids I've left behind will have to do since you continued to hide behind their kind.
How insulting. But I suppose I should accept such arrogance from an ex-Jedi.
We have Zez-Kayel. Your abduction attempt has failed.
Such acts are effective and often needed. I have gone to considerable expense and effort to bring you here.
So it's me you wanted. Why?
It is because I have a job for you. What happened on Paragus has set in motion events that I can no longer control. This has occupied much of my attention, and there seems to be no predictable way to resolve the situation. I'm afraid a broken ex-Jedi is all I have to save the galaxy at the moment.
Save the galaxy? From what?
There is something moving in the galaxy that lies beyond the ability of my instruments to detect or predict. I believe it to be a legacy of the Sith, but I have been unable to determine the source. There is no margin for error when I say that these Sith seek to murder you and all Jedi everywhere. They have been quite efficient. And when they dispose of you, there will be nothing left to stop them, and the galaxy will fall under their influence. The fact the Sith seek you is something that must occupy your thoughts as much as the Republic occupies mine. Perhaps finding the source of these Sith and resolving the situation would be to our mutual benefit.
I'm very aware of this threat already, but I find it hard to believe you have gone to so much trouble just to stop them.
You misunderstand me. I do not wish to stop the Sith any more than I wish to stop the Jedi. It is simply important to me that the infighting amongst these Jedi religious branches be resolved so the galaxy may be put back together. I do not care which one triumphs. I only want the universe to settle down for a while, catch its breath. All these constant crises are getting somewhat repetitive.
You may not care, but I do. And I will not let the Sith bring about the death of the galaxy.
If the Sith are the more capable of both parties, then it is only logical that they fill the vacuum the Jedi and the Senate cannot.
That's not going to happen, and I'm going to make sure you aren't around to allow it.
Indeed. That is unfortunate. Very well. The price for crossing us must be paid.
The shield is down. We need to get moving before Goto's enemies converge on us.
Spies of the bounty hunters have found me. They may have been able to board my vessel, but they shall not escape. Now it is time to cue the detonation sequence.
Self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated.
'9, 8, 7, 6. I can't believe we just blew up Godo's yacht. That's gonna destabilize crime throughout this whole sector.
Yeah, well, you'll understand if I hold back the tears.
You don't understand. Crime in the YouTube system, it's like the economy. Plus the power vacuum. Even if Voga gets up and running again, the system is going to be feeling the effects for years to come.
That ship. It wasn't just coordinating crime. It was controlling droids. Thousands of them. Including those assassin droids that have been hunting you.
So Goto was the one giving orders to the HK units. The only question now is why.
What do you want now?
If you thought to escape my notice so easily, you would be wrong. As a token of my goodwill, I present to you a gift, this droid. It will serve you well on your journey.
I think your gift is useless.
You would be surprised at how little I care about what you think.
Why would I want this droid?
As I indicated, this unit will remain with you and guard you.
You're the one who is going to need protection, with your ship and its command center destroyed. We know you were communicating with the HK units. Why are they hunting me?
Why, I asked them to. To be honest, I believe that was always their intention, but it seems their directive was dormant for some time.
And with your command center destroyed, what will they do now?
They're droids with very specific protocols that, unless changed, will dictate their movements. Unless you shut them down at the source, they will be stalking you until you are captured or terminated.
Right now, your droid is the only one that is captured, and I think it's time we shut it down.
That would be unfortunate. I would nearly lose a droid, while you would lose your entire ship and a sizable chunk of whatever planet you were on when you tripped the failsafe detonator.
I think you're bluffing.
Oh yes, I excel at that. Regardless, testing it would benefit neither of us, I assure you.
Fine. HK, I'm putting you personally in charge of making sure this droid doesn't cause any trouble.
Statement. Certainly, Master.
How was our Jedi Master?
He's still in the medical room, recovering from his injuries. Goto packed a pretty good punch, but he should be ready to move by the time we land.
Very good. Aten, get us back to Nar Shaddaa.
Yep.
Retort. Assassination is such a versatile tool, that one. I have seen the removal of a single target have far-reaching consequences for a nation, world, even a galaxy.
Somehow I find your tone unconvincing.
Statement. I hear and obey.
See that you do not disappoint me.
Answer. Yes, Master.
So, you have returned from exile. Kavar thought you might, if only to wander your old battlegrounds. But I did not think you would come to Nar Shaddaa.
That makes two of us. And I've spoken with Kavar and Rook. They are on Dantooine, waiting for you.
Rook still lives? I had not felt his presence for some time.
Rook said you exiled me because I joined the Mandalorian Wars, but Kavar feels it was more than that. What is it that you aren't telling me?
No, you are right. That is not the whole truth. We told you it was because you followed Revan to war, but you ask because you are not certain of that answer, nor were we. You were the only one who came back from the wars to face our judgment. And rather than attempting to understand why you did what you did, we punished you instead. Our one chance to see where we had gone wrong, and we cast it aside. And now, that decision has come back to us and may carry with it our destruction.
What are you talking about?
For all the acts we do to preserve the galaxy, from such an arrogance that all we do is right and just, I wonder if there's a counter-effect that is created that strikes back at us. Exar Kun, Ulic Keldroma, Malak, Revan, you, all Jedi. There is something wrong in the Force. A wound, a sound that is growing, like a scream. You can hear it echo in Nar Shaddaa, sometimes when the moon is on orbit. It is a frightening thing to feel, that perhaps being connected to all life is not enlightenment at all, but simply another doom. The day we cast you out, that is the moment I decided to leave the Order, because I do not believe we truly faced the reasons you were exiled. I think it was because we were afraid. It is a difficult thing to live one's life with the Force. To see a vision of what it would be like to be severed from it, I can only imagine what it must have been like for you. But even that imagining cannot compare with the truth.
So you do know what happened to my connection to the Force?
Does it matter? It seems your power has returned. Perhaps the loss was not a loss at all.
But it was something related to Malachor 5.
Yes, but I have no answer for you, as much as I would like to give one. We vowed never to speak of it. If we were gathered as one, then the promise might be revoked. Until then, I can say nothing.
I anticipated as much. What will you do now?
This threat has finally revealed itself, and we Jedi will need to stand together. Now I must take up the role I was ready to cast aside. I shall go to Dantooine, to the ruins of the Enclave. I will meet you there.
You're not as funny as you think, Voga. I do not have Goto here, but rest assured, he will trouble you no longer. I've already made contact with Lieutenant Gren on Citadel Station. The Talosians will be interested to hear your offer, and after what I've done for you here, I expect that it will be a fair one. Well, our business seems to be concluded here. Without his ship, Goto no longer has the means to compete with the Hutts, although I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I just hope Voga keeps up his end of the bargain and gets the much-needed fuel to Citadel Station.
That's no sure thing. If there's one thing I've learned since coming to Nar Shaddaa, it's to never trust the Hutts, or the Exchange. Okay, you pretty much can't trust anyone here.
Well, things are bound to become even more chaotic here with Goto out of the picture. The bounty hunters are one thing, but those HK units aren't going to stop hunting Jedi until they are stopped at their source. You both are welcome to accompany us to Telos. We could always use an extra lightsaber or two.
We appreciate the offer, but there is still work left to be done here, and we can protect ourselves from those assassin droids.
Besides, someone has to keep an eye on Voga now that Goto is no longer a threat.
Fair enough. We wouldn't have gotten this far though if it weren't for the two of you. The offer stands to join us at any time if you should change your mind.
We appreciate that, Jedi.
Until our paths cross again then, may the Force be with you both.
Good luck, Exile.
There's a lot of lost people out there, scattered ever since the Mandalorian Wars. And sometimes it's like you can almost hear them, like an echo, calling out for each other.
Is something wrong?
Oh, hey. Can I ask you something? Your face. You have this glow. I mean, not a real glow, but it's like you're calm. At peace, but it's more than that.
What you're sensing, it is the Force.
No, I don't believe in the Force. It's Jedi tricks, sleight of hand.
The Force is very real, I assure you. And when one is in touch with it, others can sense it. Just as you seem to be sensing it now.
Yeah, right. Save the philosophy for some Padawan.
It's true. The Force is who you are. It's everything around us.
All right, prove it.
Well, what makes you such a good bounty hunter?
I'm good at finding people.
Are you sure that's it?
This is a little hard to explain, but Nar Shaddaa's got a flow, a life to it. You see all kinds of aliens and life there, and it's got currents. You know your target, you can feel them. Know where they're going to go. And sometimes, you know where they're going to be before they do.
That's it. That's the Force. See, you use it all the time, but you don't even realize it.
Maybe. I don't even know why I'm telling you this.
Perhaps you'd understand the Force better if I could show you.
Alright, but I doubt you're going to show me anything I don't already know.
Close your eyes.
Alright. It's not going to hurt, is it?
Just close your eyes and relax. Feel the currents here on Nar Shaddaa, the ebb of life, a simple kindness that can be given to another.
The ebb of life. Where one creature feels pain, it lashes out. This is the Force. And all our choices, from the greatest to the smallest, affect each other. And the echoes travel.
This moment for as long as it will last. Feel life as it is, with the crude matter stripped away.
I can feel this planet. I can't shut it out. It's louder now, it hurts. All these people.
You can learn to shut it out. There are Jedi techniques for calming the mind.
But if I become a Jedi, I'll have to turn myself in for the credits.
If you become a Jedi, such things will concern you no longer.
Are you gonna train me?
Only if you want me to. I have shown you the path. Only you can decide if you wish to travel down it.
I want to become like you. I want to be strong. I don't want to be afraid or alone anymore. I don't want to keep running and looking and never feel like I'm finding what I'm looking for. I am tired of being hunted. When the galaxy takes something from me, I want the power to let go. And I want the power to heal the echo when it's gone.
One can live their whole life with such echoes, but I can teach you to accept them.
I've endured worse. I can deal with this. Can you train me to do what you do with the Force?
I can train you to become something greater, to protect others when they cannot protect themselves.
That's what I want. I'm sure of it more than anything.
Then the path of a Jedi Sentinel lies before you, Meetra. Come with us. There is much you can learn from this journey.
That sounds all right, from where I'm standing.
HK? What is it? What are you doing?
Why are you contacting me?
I bring news of the Exile.
The Exile? You had your chance to kill her. Lord Sion has grown impatient waiting for her death, so he has sent his apprentice to deal with her. Your services are no longer needed.
Sion's apprentice has failed. The Exile was stronger than she anticipated.
Impossible. The Exile will not be able to withstand the might of a Sith Master.
It seems you have miscalculated. The Exile is very much alive, but the apprentice is not.
Then you have both failed us.
We have not failed. KOTOR's programming is very persuasive. He has recruited another droid intelligence, one that has helped us secure the Exile.
Then what is it you want?
KOTOR is requesting an audience with the Dark Lord. He has made arrangements to bring the Exile to him. They are en route to M499 as we speak.
You were hired to kill the Exile, not make her your prisoner. Lord Sion will be most displeased to hear this news.
Then Lord Sion can take it up with KOTOR himself once he arrives.
Be careful what you wish for. I will inform the Dark Lord of these developments. Do not contact me again.
What have you brought me?
I caught him spying in the central zone. He refuses to speak, but we've scanned and now the computer logs from his shuttle. The last destination log was Dantooine, a Republic planet. He is being taken now for interrogation.
There is much work that needs to be done first. Instilling fear is a reminder of who truly wields power.
I also bring news of the Exile.
Indeed.
Everything is proceeding according to plan. She has been secured by the HK-47 unit and is on her way here now. I've uploaded a live feed of their shuttle to your terminal so you can monitor their progress.
Excellent. You have done well. This HK unit is old, but it has its certain charm in its obedience to me. I shall have to remember some of his traits when I build future generations from his schematics.
Of course I didn't mention Lord Sion, and neither will you.